So let's go into our what says chart. So we know that the OLL says ol in toll. The OLD says old in fold. The OLT says olt, like bolt, that bolt of lightning, right? And OST says ost, like most. So we know that the O says its name and not its short vowel sound, right? So if I am going to add my rule to my What's Up anchor chart, I know that these are less common spelling patterns because they are that closed syllable exception pattern. So I know it reads toll, fold, bolt, and most, right? So we know that we have that open syllable like donut where the O is going to say its name. We have that vowel consonant E that makes the O say its name. And now we have that closed syllable exception pattern that makes the vowel say its name, right? So, knowing that we have the vowel O, we also have the I vowel, right? So, IND says IND, like mind. And the ILD says ILD, like wild. Excellent. So once again, in our What's Up anchor chart, we know that open syllable with that Y at the end of the word says I. We know the vowel consonant E says I, like kite. And we can add another less common spelling pattern with that I with our closed syllable exception pattern. So we know that IND is like mind. ILD is in the word wild. So now that we've added our less common spelling patterns with that closed syllable exception pattern, let's review some other ways that we know I says I in a word. So we know at the end of a one syllable word, that Y is going to say I, like fly, my, cry, try, right? We know that I can also say I when we have that vowel consonant E, like kite. Who can give me an example of another long I word like kite? Luke? Type. Good. That has that Y in the middle that's going to say I. Adrielle? Bite. Excellent. So now that we have that open syllable, that vowel consonant E, we have those closed syllable exception patterns that are also going to say I, right? Awesome. So let's move to spelling complement reading today. So today you are going to get your tools. Take one and pass them down, please, to your partner. Make sure they are in resting position and you are ready to rock and roll. All right, we have markers out, erasers out. We are in resting position, ready to map out some sounds. Ready? Okay, eyes back up here in 3, 2, and 1. So today we're going to be saying words and their sounds, and we're going to be listening for each sound in that closed syllable exception pattern, like the ol, old, olt, and ost, even including the I's in eind and ild. So our first word today is scold. Say it with me. Scold. What syllable, close syllable exception pattern, do you hear in scold? Remy? Old. Good. Now let's slow it down and let's tap the sounds in scold. Ready? Old. How many did we hear, Zari? 3. So when we're writing the word scold and we're listening to that blend at the beginning, should we put them together in one syllable box or should we break them apart? Nova?
Break them apart.
Break them apart because they do not go together to make that one sound, right? And what's my close syllable exception pattern that goes at the end? Arlie? Loud and proud, girlfriend. Old, right. So make sure when you have that close syllable exception pattern, old. Good? So we know that to scold means to talk to someone very angrily, right? When you're not being honest at home, mom might scold you, right? So our next word is troll. Let's say it together. Troll. Let's slow it down. T-r-o. Ooh, let's stop there. T-r-o or old. Do we hear the d on the end? No, troll. Make sure it's just that L, right? Troll. Now, let's go ahead and in our sound boxes, write the sounds for troll. T-r-o. Go ahead and erase and write your sounds. We hear 3 sounds. T-r-o. Fatima. T-r. There you go. O. Lewis, they should be broken up. You hear the sound separately. T-r. Right? We don't blend them together. Go ahead, put your finger under them. Check your sounds. T-r-o. Troll. Good. Remember, we learned that this is a fizzle letter. To keep it, we need that double L, right? At the end of that word. Make sure you have 2. Excellent. So we know that a troll in fairy tales is often that little ugly guy that lives under the bridge, right? Or we also know it from our schema from the movie, right? Trolls. If I wanted to say trolls, what would I add to my word? Fanta, what would I add to make it trolls? An S, right? It would be that lazy S that says Z at the end of a word. Go ahead and erase. Get ready for word number 3. All right, our next word is child. Say it with me. Child. What close syllable exception pattern is in child? Turn to your neighbor. Tell them what you hear in child. Luke, hold on. Make sure you're hearing first. Child. Make a trio. Turn and talk to Fanta and Natalie quickly. What is it? Good. Ild. Ild. Good. Come back to me in 3, 2, and 1. Let's say it together. Ready? Child. Let's slow it down. Isled. How many sounds do we hear in this one? Brian? 2. So in your sound boxes, use your 2 boxes to write child. And we're going to talk about why we're not using the 2, or why we're using the 2 and not the 3 here in just 1 second. Child. Yvonne, you okay? Child. Child. What 2 letters say ch? Ch. C-H. All right, eyes back up here. Tell me, what sound do we hear at the beginning of child? Liam-O? C-H. C-H says ch. Right, so we know that CH comes together to make one sound. We don't split them up because we don't hear it separately, do we? So we put that CH in one box, right? And my closed syllable exception pattern, Novalu? Isled. Isled. Go ahead, check your boxes. Child. So today we were working on that closed syllable exception pattern. And we are working on that vowel saying its name. Turn to your partner. Share one thing that you learned today about that closed syllable exception pattern. Turn to your partner, Luke, all the way around. Listening ears on.
Could change beginning to I, that they could have the same beginning.
Brian, turning to David so you can listen with care.
They're brilliant, and I learn how to.
Does the O say its name? And the I says its name? Yeah? Okay. Doesn't make its short sound, does it? No. Okay.
Huh? They're all different.
Come back to me in 3, 2, and 1.